A few days ago, the alleged mastermind behind Russia's state-sponsored doping program repeated the message his government has been hawking for 2 years. I'm happy to go to any court, to any disciplinary committee, to anyone, and I'll be happy to talk about how there has never been and will never be any state programs related to doping in this country, Vitaly Mutko, Russia's deputy prime minister, told the New York Times. We do not need that. After interminably delaying its reaction, the International Olympic Committee decided on Tuesday what everyone already knew, that Mr. Mutko is lying. Story continues below. Advertisement. The resulting punishment is an unprecedented exercise in benign Stalinism. Russia will be airbrushed from the picture at the Winter Olympics in South Korea. The Russian Olympic Committee is banned from Pyeongchang. No Russian officials may attend, no Russian uniforms may be displayed, and no Russian anthem will be heard. There is, of course, a catch. Russian athletes may still compete as neutrals if they have been vetted as sufficiently clean. Those competitors will be listed as an Olympic athlete of Russia. Also, the sanctions could still be challenged at the Court of Arbitration for Sport. With only 9 weeks until the opening ceremonies in South Korea, it's not clear what that process looks like. Theoretically, despite the ban, Russians may still stand on podiums. The Western reaction to the decision was positive, but not triumphal. Canadian Olympic Committee President Tricia Smith. A positive change for clean and ethical sport. Story continues below. Advertisement. Story continues below. Advertisement. Canadian law professor Richard McLaren, author of the Key Report on the issue, I congratulate the IOC for its decision. U.S. Olympic Committee, a strong and principled decision. Everyone took pains not to cheer Russia's fall because what comes next will test the relevance of the Olympic movement. Does Russia take its rebuke in stride, or does it turn this lengthy skirmish into a full-on war? With that in mind, IOC President Thomas Bach was already urging everyone to move past this. It was time to draw a line under this damaging episode, Mr. Bach said. He brushed aside the suggestion that Russia should publicly admit its guilt. When the word boycott was raised, Mr. Bach's hangdog countenance slackened even more. Story continues below. Advertisement. Firstly, an Olympic boycott has never achieved anything, Mr. Bach said. Secondly, I don't see any reason there for a boycott by the Russian athletes, because we allow the clean Russian athletes to participate. So, in essence, this ban is not actually a ban. It's more of a timeout. The plutocrats who rule Russia stand in the corner, their athletes compete in make-believe uniforms, and then everyone rejoins the class. It was clear from the outset that the IOC did not want it to get even that far. It commissioned report after report into various Russian doping schemes, hoping things would get better or, at least, murkier. Mr. McLaren said as much a year ago. I think, probably, a lot of people wish his probe and a previous one had never happened. But the level of Russian corruption uncovered continued to make the IOC and its doping regime look ridiculous.